Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming by. This is the Gondorian Swordsman. That's his only name. This was made, of course, by ToyBiz, who I just personally think probably were the best toy makers ever. The detail, I have about 200 of their Lord of the Ring figures, which we all know hold or increase in value every year, mainly because of the quality. This was made back in 2002, I believe. It was either 2002 or 2003. It was in the period that the movies were being released, between 2000 and 2003. They went as far as 2005 with some stuff, but they were so far ahead of their time compared to everybody else. So now this one, he is just ultra rare. I saw him one day and I was just like, well, I don't have him, so I'll just get him. I found him for a deal. Turns out he's like $100, $150. Now you might find him cheaper somewhere, but he's just a Gondorian soldier, Gondorian swordsman. So I want to go ahead and show you his features. First off, he has this awesome reflective shield with the white tree on it. Everything he has too is designed to look a little worn. It even has minute. This is how great Toy Biz was, and I mean they charge the same as Black Series does now. It has little. If you look real closely, let's see if we can get this. Do you see the little scratches? It has where it's obviously blocked strikes from swords. So it's got slashes there. Now he holds that perfectly by you've got the wood. You even have, this is the detail, a wooden backing with little parts there to show. That's just incredible detail. Wait till I show you Sauron. I do have in my Lord of the Rings in my Lord of the Rings playlist, you'll notice that I do have quite a few of them. They're older, they're not quite as polished, but if you want to check them out, go ahead and give them a look. I'm going to be redoing all of them though, and I apologize for the thumb. I have a cut on my thumb, so I want to protect it. Now this comes off. This is his Gondorian helmet. Now I got to admit, he kind of looks a little funny in the head. I'm sorry, I just think he does. He has hair. His hair's coming down here, so you do not, and his hair comes down the back of his head. So one of the things is you do not get really any head movement out of him. I mean, you could get a little bit of a left-right like this, you see, and you can get a little bit like that, but it's not a lot. Now I want you to see something. Look at the detail. It's just amazing. Look, every little Gondorian thing that you can imagine. Look, mesh underneath the armor, and the mesh continues through the joint. And if I close the arm, you cannot even really tell that there's a joint there at all. He comes with a sword, a gold sword, which honestly is kind of funny. His sword looks better than Aragorn's or any of the other ones. So there you go. You have that. And he, of course, can wield this in his hand pretty easily. Just slide the pommel into the hand. Usually you just have to keep, there you go. I'm trying to be very careful as, like I said, he is a very expensive figure. It's ironic that he's called the Gondorian Swordsman because that's literally the name for him, by the way, if you want to look him up. And like I said, the last time I checked, they were going for around $100, and there was like one listing on eBay, and it was in New Zealand. It was $100 plus like 30 shipping. Okay, so then you have he comes loaded with everything. He has this bow, and as you can see, well, let me bring it closer. It has the string. It's strung, and you have the arrows. The arrows, I have never pulled one out before, so I'm sure they're probably curved. They always end up being curved. But remember, this is probably close to 16 years old, 17 years old. Yeah, I'd have to put the heat on and get those straightened out. But to be honest, they're going to probably just stay inside this for a long time. I don't know if I can get, there we go. Get back in there. Okay, hold on one second while we technical difficulties. It does not want to get back in there. And now he's lost his helmet. Whatever will Gondorian soldier do? It is really funny that with his looks, if you will. There we go. I just needed to push it forward. You learn something new. I want to show you the helmet again, just the detail. Look at that. Now it's plastic, it's soft plastic, which is what it needs to be to fit around his head just perfectly. So then you have that, and then let me show you the articulation. 360 on the hand, and then you have the forearm. I do not believe, yeah, the forearm comes in. The forearm comes in and comes up. Okay, you could bring the forearm that far in, so you could actually do the same thing with the other arm and have him drawing his sword. He also has full rotation. Now, you want to watch out. You don't want to knock this off the shoulder pauldron. But to be honest, I mean, he's never going to need his arm to go back that far. So, I mean, he gets full range, full dynamic range. You can turn it, you can roll it, and then you can get him into whatever, sword, if you want him in a sword posture. I personally just like to see him decked out and hold, as you'll see in the pictures. I like to just have him holding his shield out because it looks so awesome. Take a look at this. This is soft material here. Take a look at this. This is not because it's an old figure. That's the way it was made, to show that it's weathered. Again, this guy has been through some fights. Again, you see some of that weathering. A little bit of the weathering. This guy, his armor is used. He has been through some stuff. And one thing they did that's so awesome. This is ToyBiz. First off, you have I'm not sure, but I think they invented the toe hinge. Then you have an ankle. You have a ball. So you have a pivot all the way down and all the way up. And then you have side to you don't have side to side, and the only reason is because of the armor guard. So otherwise he would have side to side. Remember, this is considered recent technology. Well, they did this stuff 20 years ago. Toys, you can always tell with ToyBiz that they really loved what they made, and that's why I really appreciate their stuff, and that's why today most of what they made is worth more and more. Whereas a lot of figures, I hate to say it, a lot of my Black Series figures, actually I had to stop selling on eBay because I bought the TLJ wave, the Last Jedi wave, and it broke me because they all almost immediately dropped to half their value, and it just killed me. But anyway, let's get back to this. He has a solid plate on the back, and as you can see, once again, more artistry. How they did this. Wait till you see Sauron, though, who has every square inch of him covered in those. Now, in the back, you have this pleated skirt kind of area right here. Soft PVC. It allows him to get his legs back, and they do have a hinge. They do not, unfortunately, go very far. The main reason being, this gets in the way. This rubber part out here gets in the way. And so you can pull it out. You can see that the joint's there in the hip, in the, up here, but this holds it in, as happens with some figures. But there's no problem with it. He has a wide stance, pretty wide stance. You can bend the knees fully back, as shown there. And there you go. And you get a little small amount of rotation. You get a good amount of rotation. So the leg itself really will rotate. So you could get him, if you want to, and with that little toe hinge, it actually comes in. See, they use the toe hinge in a way that actually works. So for example, I want to put him like this. So I'm going to push down so that the toe hinge is flat. Bang, he's standing, and he looks pretty good. Then, of course, we throw this back on him. But look at the little fine details of his belt, even. I'll show that. Gosh, this video is going long. I'm trying to keep them from going on and on, but this one is really a rare figure that I didn't know was a rare. I guess this was a diamond in the rough. I mean, I did not know. He is not a character in the movie. He's not named. He's not a specific character from from the books. He basically just represents all the Gondorian swordsmen, all the Gondorian warriors, because obviously he comes with the bow and arrow, the full set of armor. I'm still not sure about the 70s stash. I do have some fun with that, but it is a good sculpt in the sense that it's very realistic. It doesn't look, it looks human. I mean, his eyes have a little shine to them and everything. His hair, he's faded back, and he's got the long hair going around there. Like I said, every little part, every detail has been thought out on this figure and on many others. But I thought you guys would, ladies and gentlemen, would love to see this rare figure because it is so cool. I've got to get to my rare Elendil and Elrond. I've got so many I need to do. What I'm trying to do, I just want to let you know. No, I'm not trying to pimp anything out. I don't get paid. I'm just wanting you to know that I am trying to do my Black Series because I have a ton of them. All kinds of Star Wars stuff, to be honest. I have a ton of that. I have a ton of Lord of the Rings. A little bit of Game of Thrones, not much, thankfully, as it turns out. Cough, excuse me. But anyway, look at that. It just looks so awesome. I mean, he really is. But it's amazing how high priced he is just because he's rare. There's certain orcs that are like that. There's one that he has a shield with the Eye of Sauron on it. He goes for like 50, 60 bucks. But this was the highest that I've seen of the regular troops. So anyway, I wanted to show this off and give you a good idea. Now, if you can catch it anywhere south of 100 and you happen to have the money, go for it. Especially if you get new, loose, they are roughly 100. If you get one new for around there, then good on you. You scored. I don't know if I would pay more than 100, and I would keep my eyes out for deals because, like I said, he sneaks past a lot of people. He's extremely rare, so he's hard to find. But when he is, a lot of people will throw him in lots of. I have 10 LOTR figures for sale, ToyBiz, and he'll just be sitting in there, and you see, wait, they want 50 bucks for this. The one figure alone is worth, and every single one of them though is a minimum of $20. They hold their value. Anyway, I will be making the next video that'll be coming up will be a Han Solo Black Series video review showing. Then Jedi Master Luke 1, and then I'm going to go back into Lord of the Rings with Sauron and a few others. Elrond from the First Age battle. And actually go through all the glow in the dark Galadriel, the evil Galadriel, and the happy Galadriel. I have them all, and we're going to get to them eventually. That's my goal. So anyway, he fell softly and quietly. All right, so there you go. All right, I'm not gonna have him finish off. Like I said, he does have a ton of stuff weighing him down, pushing him forward. So you really do have to pose him carefully, and he is one that is very valuable. So be careful, okay? And I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please like, subscribe, share. I really would appreciate it. It just really would just give me more motivation to keep going, keep doing these things. I apologize if my voice is off. I'm very sick. I'm fighting off some kidney issues and some other stuff. And anyway, thank you so much for watching. And remember, if someone comes to you with a random ring, make sure to check it out first before putting it on. You never know. Bye. Have a great morning, afternoon, evening, or night.